Exploded under Todd McClellan, the one-time Oiler coach, who's 11-4-1. We are underway as Klingberg off the draw will send it up the right-hand side. Draisaitl centers, but Colson and Arvidsson to start. So it's Draisaitl and McDavid having been broken up, and right off the top here, Bo Seider is banged up. Detroit's top defenseman, but Colson carries across the line. Draisaitl fanned on a wrist shot. And Ekholm starting with Klingberg. As your starting line's brought to you by our friends at Scotiabank, believing there's a place for all Canadians in Canada's game. Louis, I'm trying to pay attention to Seider. What do you think? This looks like icing against Detroit. But where's Seider here?
He's definitely going off and shaking something off here early on. He's a little shaken up. He'll get a change, even though it's an icing getting looked at the bench right now. That would be a huge loss for the Wings. And when you watch here as he comes down the wall, the pinch, you're going to see he kind of falls and that left leg just gets caught underneath him and a little bit of a twist as he goes down. I mean, that's what I'm seeing there. A big guy falling down, tries to resist it. Sometimes you get hurt.
I mean, that was literally 7 seconds into the game, Louis. Connor Brown elevated to play with Nugent Hopkins and McDavid. Again, it was Draisaitl and McDavid loaded up for the top line the other night in the 4-2 win over Seattle, which gave Edmonton a 14-2 record in its last 16 at home. Here's McDavid racing around one man. Edmonton centering pass, and that was broken up. Connor McDavid creating early against a team where he's racked up 16 points in the last 8 head-to-head matchups against the Redwings. This is going to be an icing call whistled against Edmonton. 5-0-1 in their last 6 against Detroit, including a win on Leon Draisaitl's birthday earlier this year.
Good little sauce pass here by Klingberg, and that's what you can expect from John Klingberg. He's an excellent passer, and he puts it right on the tape. A subtle little pass, not many defensemen make, and then McDavid driving this puck wide. He catches the defense flat-footed and puts that one right into the slot. Just a little chip shot on net, misses wide, but has the legs going early in this one.
Simon Edmonton he's got to go back to the drawing board in terms of the MMA training to handle McDavid on that rush, Louis. That's something you don't get in the octagon, that kind of speed to the outside. Sent up ice to Eric Gustafsson and lobbed down the middle. And this will be offside, whistled against Detroit. Bring the face-off all the way back in the wing zone. What did you make of Todd McClellan? We asked him today, what's triggered this 11-4-1 run? It looks like Seider's going to be okay.
Yeah, he's a tough customer, and Todd McClellan had great things to say about Seider. Said, you know a guy's good until you start coaching him. He's really good. But one thing he said was that he comes on board, Trent Yanni comes on board. They're excited to be there, and the energy is brought, but everybody's attention is on the new coach. And he said that's usually why things sharpen up quickly when a new coach comes on board, and he feels the same thing here. This is a good bunch, he said. They just got to get going the right way.
Joe Veleno will give it up, and it's sent down low by Justin Hall, playing on his 33rd birthday today. Noah Philp for the Oilers. A wrist shot that's stifled. That's grabbed and jabbed down low by Matthias Janmark. Philp centering Janmark and Corey Perry, who with the goal the other night against Seattle passed Rick Nash and Pavel Bure, one of his heroes growing up. Janmark angled off the boards. Kulak a shot, and that's right with the chest of Alex Lyon, the 32-year-old vet who, remember, Louis, a couple years ago, he was the guy that got Florida into the playoffs, and the Panthers ended up going all the way to the Stanley Cup final. And we were just talking about Seider. That's how important he is.
And then won it the next year under the Florida Panthers. But Seider, he just jumped on the ice, so he is okay. He's going to take this shift to test it out, but I don't think he'd be jumping on the ice if he felt there was something that wasn't right. So that's a good sign for the Wings. You can see he's right up there amongst the leaders in the NHL in ice time.
Yeah, you're getting 25 minutes a night. That shows you how vital he is. Lucas Raymond with a soft chip up the right-hand side. Raymond, Larkin, and Casper have been a terrific line for Todd McClellan. Arvidsson will dump it the other way. Draisaitl drawn a penalty. Arvidsson ends up in the corner. Meanwhile, it's whipped across to John Klingberg by Ekholm. So we do have a shuffle in the pairs. Ekholm shoots wide. Klingberg trying to get comfortable, steps up. Draisaitl flips it in front, but Colson trying to settle it down. Could not get it in time. Raymond didn't get a clear. A block shot by Ben Sherratt. And here comes Marco Casper. And this guy has absolutely been scorching coaching under Todd McCullough. He had 2 goals in his first 35 games, 7 in the last 10.
Elevation up to the top line, too, so he's playing with Larkin and Raymond has really excelled in that position.
Now Podkolzin's a little banged up, Louis. We'll have to keep an eye on that. Vladimir Tarasenko on this line with DeBrincat and Andrew Kopp for Detroit. Alex DeBrincat has it knocked off his stick. He's historically been pretty good against Edmonton. Nurse up the right-hand side for Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. Trying to guide one to the middle for McDavid and had it picked off by Johansson, another of these young Detroit defensemen. Lead pass left wing intended for DeBrincat. A good read and a breakup for Edmonton, and then slapped on net by DeBrincat, and that was off the right shoulder of Stuart Skinner. That was a little tricky. And DeBrincat can score from just about anywhere. When he gets hot, he's as hot as anyone. 2 times a 41-goal scorer. Into the left-hand side, Zach Hyman stripped to the puck. Soderblom ahead and driving in is Jonathan Berger for Detroit. Reaching for it, Rasmussen. Forked away, but held in by Hall. Down low, Berger. Sharp angle shot, fought off by Skinner. Rebound grab by Adam Henry. Right side for Zach Hyman. Defended by Eric Gustafson, who, remember, was originally drafted by the Oilers. Never played a game for him. Hyman backhands one up top for Emerson. Redirected dangerously from the slot by Henrique. That didn't miss by much as Gustafson comes away with the puck for Detroit 5 minutes into this scoreless game. It's a streaking Christian Fischer, and the one-time Coyote has it deflected up and out of play.
Quick start here for both sides, and here's Draisaitl, a little give. He's trying to go, and he goes around. And, I think Sherrod did a pretty good job of not reaching out with the hand. He didn't lean on him with the stick. No call on that one. Podkolzin can't handle the one in front. And as he drives into the corner, Jack, he kind of headbutts himself into the wall. A little bit of a stinger into the neck. He's got a big neck, but TD Forss is checking him out to make sure he's okay. And he stayed on the bench. You checking my neck out? It's getting bigger by the year.
Your neck and shoulders.
But I don't think it's muscle.
Everyone recognizes you from behind, Louis. Here's Sider. Fischer, one-timer ripped on net by Ben Sherrod. That's courtesy of Dennis Sr., right? He's got the big neck and shoulders.
With the breast back.
With the breast back. You can show a drive-in movie on it. Hard hit behind the net. Dominic Shine, who just made his NHL debut the other night for Detroit in a 5-2 win over L.A. He was the oldest player to make his debut in the NHL since 2015. He's going to be 32 in a bit. Nearly 700 games in the American Hockey League. An amazing story.
I think it's great, too, when an organization does it. All with Grand Rapids in the American Hockey League, so they're affiliates. So that's a real message to everybody on the team. This is a young Detroit team. Hey, keep working, good things happen. And when a guy gets a shot like that late in his career, everybody takes notice.
Especially a Detroit kid. Here's a centering pass for Colson, and that hit the left skate of Arvidsson. He was off balance, could have pulled the trigger, and cleared by DeBrincat. Tarasenko sitting on 299 goals and playing his 800th game. He might have just taken a penalty.
Yep.
A dart up the middle, off a Draisaitl stick played by Lyon, but now Edmonton will go to the man advantage as Detroit's going to be whistled for a tripping call. This has been a problem for the Redwings. Next to last in the league in penalty killing. A hard hit, Shine against Klingberg, and Darnell Nurse tripped by Tarasenko.
Advantage. We'll have a look. Paul wasn't sure, estimated maybe 17, 16, 18 stitches. Said he lost a tooth, and it happened in practice yesterday. Connor Brown shot.
Detroit at Edmonton.
It hit Paul right where you saw it. He thought he had broken his jaw, and if he had, Louis and Jack, would have been the second time. 1991, he said he broke it in the playoffs when he was playing for Pittsburgh.
Yeah, Dmitry Kristich caught him with a slap shot. I thought it was funny as Draisaitl hands off to Bouchard. Edmonton power play. Nugent-Hopkins to McDavid, circling and dishing off to Bouchard. Detroit has been better on the kill lately, having wiped out 7 in a row, but still less than 70%. Draisaitl's shot was stopped. Connor Brown told me, at least I'm still here. He wasn't sure whether he was going to get cut after hitting his coach. Here's McDavid, down low, waits, centers. That did not get through cleanly to Draisaitl. Out to Bouchard, directing up top. McDavid 7 power play goals, Draisaitl 9, the 2 leaders on this Edmonton club. Bouchard tried to stuff it in front, fanned on Ray, shot, score. Sherrod did not get it out, and Draisaitl made a pay. Power play goal for the Oilers. It's 1-0 Edmonton on Draisaitl's league-leading 36th.
Pretty passive penalty kill here for the Detroit Red Wings. They try and maintain that formation, take the seam passes away. Draisaitl tested Lyon early on with a little shot from the side. He was able to walk in, test him, but he was ready for that one. This is a little bit of a lucky bounce on this one that comes to Draisaitl. 1 bounce, 2 over the stick of Sherrod, trying to clear it out of the way to the wrong guy. The 3-time 50-goal scorer makes short work of that one-timer. Lyon was there, but he puts it by him. Just over the pad, just under the blocker. 1-0.
Perfectly placed by Draisaitl, who of course rung the crossbar early in the game against Seattle on a power play. Rasmussen, a quick chance, and Skinner, a terrific save on Beargren as Detroit nearly tied it 10 seconds after Draisaitl had scored. Now Arvidsson streaks in, wanted to get the slapper off, and Edmonton took that one away. Off the right-hand side, Nurse's shot deflected and grabbed by Jeff Skinner. It was a healthy scratch last game, but it's scored in the prior game. McDavid will pick up an assist on the scoring play and extend his point streak against Detroit to 9 games. Both McDavid and Draisaitl top 5 in scoring overall. McDavid 5th and Draisaitl 2nd. Nugent Hopkins regrouping and handing off to Brett Kulak. So Edmonton strikes on the power play. We told you that Detroit penalty kill next to last in the league, 69%. Their power play has been hot lately, but the penalty kill ultimately will keep you in games. Kulak from Klingberg, he'll shoot it in. That's going to be knocked down by Lyon. He nearly turned it over, and McDavid bumped it wide. I think at the last moment, Larkin got a stick in there, Louis, or that might have been an empty netter for McDavid.
Yeah, good forecheck and a good stick. And worth noting, obviously, Klingberg started with that call. We thought it was maybe just to get him into the mix, but he stayed with that pairing. And Bouchard is playing with Nurse, so a little shuffle in the defense core with Klingberg coming into his first game tonight.
Cop a steal, addition. DeBrincat wired one wide. And boy, Louis, when he's going, that's in the net. Tarasenko deflected just wide. DeBrincat comes in 20.
Alert, low battery.
Bye, Tuck.
20, low, close.
1 goals.
Not the kind of shot you want to give him. You're right.
No.
From the slot, he can pick corners.
Detroit's got 3 20-goal scorers in the first 50 games of the year for the first time since 1996. And that club won 62 games. To give you an idea of how long it's been since Detroit has had that kind of high-end firepower.
And you kind of get the feeling from Todd McClellan this morning, too. He said, listen, we have to work some things out in the defensive zone. We're a young defensive core. We're figuring it out. We are figuring it out on the fly, but he said it's getting better, but we've got to dig in. Offense, I don't think is going to be a problem for this Detroit team. They have some players that can put the puck in the net and make dynamic plays. It's about protecting and defending their own zone is where they have to work at it, and that's where they're putting the emphasis coming in as a coaching staff, Todd McClellan and Trent Young.
Knocked down at the line by Podkolzin. And that's something McClellan's predecessor, Derek Lalonde, was quite candid with us, Louis. Remember, he used to tell us, I have some grenades defensively. Draisaitl sets up Podkolzin, and Lyon squeezes the 5-hole shot to keep it 1-0.
This period brought to you by James H. Brown Accident Injury Lawyers, the heavy hitters in injury law.
Well, Podkolzin's been around in here, Jack, in this first period. This is a beauty pass from Draisaitl. Makes a nice move out further in the zone and then threads a backhand through 2 players. I mean, that is right on the tape of Podkolzin. He gets a good shot away. Lyon with a terrific save.
Arvidsson centering pass. Draisaitl backhander. That was a tough one. Lyon was able to fight it off, but that had some juice on it. Ben Sherrod comes over to look to clear, and Raymond does backhand it out to center and tossed in deep by Arvidsson. Lyon aggressively out to knock that down for Mo Seider. He'll send it over to Ben Sherrod. Midway through the first period, each team 5 shots on net. 1-0 Edmonton. Lucas Raymond's shot was blocked. Blasted on net and a save save made by Skinner on Ben Sherratt. And we remain in a 1-0 situation. The Oilers on top. Leon Draisaitl, his 36th, has the Oilers in front on Sportsnet.
Back for another record-breaking season. Support communities across Oil Country and win big at EdmontonOilers.com/50/50.
1-0 hockey game. Edmonton scoring a power play goal. Draisaitl from Bouchard and McDavid at 6:49. Rasmussen lining up, and off the draw, one cleanly by Adam Henrique. The Oilers reset. Bouchard playing with Nurse tonight, as Louis noted earlier. Here's a flip by Jeff Skinner ahead, and nearly a short side stop by Henrique. It's loose and nudged home, and Edmonton gets a gift, and Jeff Skinner will pick up his 9th of the year to make it 2-0. He won't score an easier goal.
Well, Edmonton's breakout game has been solid so far against the Wings. They're putting the puck up the ice. Bouchard over to Nurse, and this is a beautiful pass right on the far blue line team of Zach Hyman. A little give and go, and maybe a little lucky bounce here. His line just can't bring this puck into the body. It's a sharp angle shot by Henrique, and it just gets away from him, and Hyman continues to bash away at the big paddle, and it pops right out. To Jeff Skinner, you're right. He just shovels it home into the blue paint, 2-0 Edmonton. But that started good with a good defensive play. D-to-D, and Darnell Nurse finds Hyman way up the ice.
And the other thing is Jeff Skinner's in the right spot. He's where he needs to be. And think about his early season success, Louis. He scored a lot of goals from 6 feet in. That's
Sportsnet. Now, NHL news. Flames scratch Andre Kuzmenko in trade talks. Attachment. Detroit at Edmonton.
Knifed out of the zone inadvertently by the 20-year-old Marco Kasper.
Yeah, just you like to see that transitional play, and it's a face-off. Bouchard just kind of makes sure he corrals that puck, puts it over to Darnell Nurse, but the heads up from Nurse gets his feet moving, and he's really starting to find players up the ice. And Hyman presents, and then the rest, they get a little bit of bounce, but you create your bounces in this game, and all 3 of them drive to that net, and that loose puck is found by Skinner. Nice job by Hyman to continue to bash away.
And again, if you're not driving the net, that goal doesn't happen. It's cleared and whacked into the corner. Ekholm up the right-hand side. Connor Brown. Checked by Edmondson. Chip down on the left-hand side. Lucas Raymond will drive in. Send it across. Open man, Johansson. And that was blocked away by Stuart Skinner's held sway. Detroit's had some good looks in this first period, but while Edmonton has been opportunistic, Detroit has missed those chances.
Yeah, they've created good ones too, and this is something Edmonton's going to have to clean up in a hurry. This is another slot shot right down Main Street almost. I mean, that's between the dot and the hash marks, and that's a terrific save by Stuart Skinner. He's been mano-a-mano a couple times. Berggren, right pad save, that one with the blocker.
About time you let loose with that, Louis. It's been probably a month.
Mano-a-mano.
I know you haven't given me one in a long time. Mo Seider, checked by Podkolzin. Arvidsson ends up on his backside as Tarasenko with an outlet pass to Andrew Copp. Tarasenko with a penalty earlier that led to the opening goal. Puck batted down, and Darnell Nurse will take a skate turn and fire it off Podkolzin's glove. Here's Alex DeBrincat. Andrew Copp fired across to break it, and this wrist shot missed wide of the glove side, and that careened off the boards all the way out towards center, handled by Eric Gustafsson.
I think that outlet pass by Nurse was intended up ice to Arvidsson and just kind of went by Podkolzin, and his reaction was a little too quick, and he knocked it down with the glove. Led to a chance.
Speaking of that, Nugent Hopkins will be whistled for a hand pass here. He's starting to heat up for Edmonton. 4 goals in his last 7, 8 in his last 14.
And a little reshuffling of the line combinations again by Chris Knobloch, putting Nugent Hopkins back with McDavid, and Connor Brown getting an elevation once again. And then, as you mentioned, the hot streak he's on since January 1st, really starting to find that scoring touch. 24% shooting. So when you're hot, keep shooting the puck.
Against Larkin on the draw. Detroit will pull it back. Johansson. Get it in deep. Kasper in on the forecheck against Ty Emberson. The Oilers held in Johansson. Shot from a point, batted down by Emberson. Once again, engaged with Casper. Larkin and Raymond, 44 points in the 16 games under Todd McLellan. Big hit by Hyman on Edmonton, but Raymond is able to take over possession, trying to drive down the slot. And Kulak won a battle and sent it up to Jeff Skinner.
Good physical play, as you mentioned, by Hyman, Jack.
Here's Skinner, sharp angle shot, and that might have glanced off the right shoulder of Alex Lyon, who's a little bit of a diminutive goaltender, so that space is there.
And you notice it too, and you saw Draisaitl test him early on the power play just because he was in that position, and there another sharp angle shot. Not the tallest of guys, he's listed at 6'1", but in today's standards, that's not necessarily a real tall goaltender, and when he goes down, there's some space upstairs.
Lyon looked like he was fiddling with his straps there, Louis. I'm not sure that mask is fully secured. Here's McDavid, tried to nudge it out in front. Kopp whiffed on an attempted clear, then McDavid kept it alive briefly in the slot. Detroit ultimately comes up with it. Is he still messing around down there, Lou?
Yeah, it looked like he was going to take his glove off or blocker and mess around, but I think he's settled now.
Nugent Hopkins to Ekholm. Chipped it ahead for Connor Brown. Play is onside. Brown sent it rink wide, but out of the reach of Nugent Hopkins and cleared by Joe Veleno. Bouchard trades the puck with Corey Perry. And then Nurse fires to Perry. That was the hookup that led to the game winner the other night against Seattle. Both teams have won 3 games in a row. Detroit enters tonight 2 points out of the final playoff spot in the Eastern Conference. They appear down and out, but Derek Lalonde was relieved of his duties after Christmas, and now Veleno's heading to the box as the two 90s came together. And Corey Perry, once again in the mix, draws a penalty.
Around it. And it'll be the second power play for Edmonton. They scored on their first one to make it 1-0 on a Draisaitl goal. And here it is here, puck on the stick, and as Veleno comes through, it's the skate. It's actually the leg that takes him down. That's the second tripping penalty we've seen that. It was Tarasenko first, taking down Darnell Nurse, and that one there from behind. Veleno takes down Perry. I don't think Todd McLellan's going to like that one far into the offensive zone.
This power play brought to you by Play Alberta Sportsbook. The Oilers cashed in their first opportunity, their 7th in the league. Draisaitl just picked up his 10th power play goal of the year to move into the top 6 in the NHL. Dylan Larkin, by the way, is tied for the league with 12. Set up the left-hand side off the draw. Detroit gets a clear, and Skinner will leave it for Bouchard. Draisaitl, Hyman, McDavid, Nugent Hopkins, the usual suspects on this Oiler power play. McDavid streaking in, had it punched off his stick. He was able to regain and whip it around to Leon Draisaitl. Slithers down the half wall against Fischer. Now McDavid serves it up for Bouchard. McDavid. Draisaitl. Across to Bouchard. Wrist shot stopped by Lyon. An awkward looking save, but he's able to stick that one in his hip pocket. And again, I'm not second guessing here, but we were surprised that it was Lyon instead of Cam Talbot today.
Yeah, Cam played pretty well in the game back in October against Edmonton, and this one here again, good read by Lyon here on this one. This is a beautiful pass again by Draisaitl that threads it through a bunch of sticks onto the stick of Bouchard. He hesitates just a second to get that shot away, and it's almost a dive across by Lyon to make the save.
Off the draw, hard rim. That's going to end up out of play. Edmondson's frustrated. He knew he had enough time. But again, that's where you're 21. You're up against this vaunted power play, and you might have put too much mustard on it.
Todd McLellan says one thing about Edmonton. He's raw, but he loves his jam. You know, he says this guy goes, and he's got a real big upside, and obviously separated from Sider, so two guys split up a little bit. He said it's been a little bit better defensively for the team, but he likes the kid. He says he's going to be a real good player for a long time, but he's just learning.
And of course, that penalty kill on the 7-for-7 streak. Snap, now a wraparound by McDavid. Does Lyon have it before it crossed the line? They're going to say he did. He jabbed that left skate against the goalpost. McDavid thought he had nudged it home. I didn't see any evidence that it got across the line. McDavid isn't sure.
This is as fast as you can bring a puck to the net around a harder. And watch this, bam, it's already there. That is a terrific save. And he did get across with the left pad because, I mean, I don't know if there's a whole lot of guys in the league that can wrap that around that quick that Connor McDavid did, but he makes a great save as he gets that left pad
I think
across.
we're looking at this, Lou.
No, it didn't cross the line.
No, I think they're going to look at it, though. I think they're going to take a second look to make sure.
Detroit wanted to drop pretty quick, but they already have kind of signaled here that they're coming back to the faceoff, so that's the right call.
Yeah. It was tight.
Quick whistle, too. That was the thing, too, right? Because this whistle goes quick, now maybe afterwards it's right in between the pad and the top of the skate. I mean, that is a great save. And maybe not an edge left on that left skate as he jammed it up against the post.
Sider, a hard rim. Off the glass, off of Bouchard, out of play into the Detroit bench. That'll keep the face off in the offensive zone for Edmonton.
Goalie skates obviously a little different than player skates. They don't sharpen them as much, and they're a lot flatter.
You took the turn between the pipes.
I did. Craig Anderson's gear. The last guy to play in the NHL that I played with, he's finally out of the league now, and I never played with anybody in the league now, but I put his gear on one time, and I don't know if I'll ever do it again. And it wasn't from the shots. It was from, you know, the down and up, down and up. You're doing 1,000 squats in an hour of skating, and I tell you, I could barely walk the next day. So a lot of respect at how hot that gear is as well.
And you're not a guy who loves being hot. Here's Bouchard. The dish to Draisaitl. Surveys the interior. Gives it up for McDavid. Rolls up top. A shot blocked. Rebound loose. Available save line. Rebound. Draisaitl. Another stop. Alex Lyon with 2 good stops. Now McDavid heads in. Didn't pull the trigger. Knocked away. Nugent Hopkins to Bouchard. Now McDavid. Bouchard. Draisaitl off his right skate, snapped it high and wide, climbed up on the glass, and eluded Bouchard back to center. Half-minute on the penalty to Veleno. Now a steal. Dylan Larkin, short-handed, tried to center it. Nugent Hopkins stuffed that, and then Larkin shot it wide. Able to grab it, though. Marco Kasper, a pretty play, drives in against Bouchard, a backhander, and a save made by Skinner, who juggled momentarily, now settles it down and twists it over to Bouchard for one last rush on the power play, with the top unit having stayed out the entirety of the 2 minutes. McDavid to the net, short side pass, Draisaitl dishes, broken up by Copp. Now McDavid, 6 shots on that power play for Edmonton. McDavid stripped from behind, and here comes Detroit, finally back at full strength as Joe Veleno got blasted at the blue line by Darnell Nurse.
Yeah, it was a power play in which they spent a ton of time in the offensive zone, Jack, so they didn't even try and come off the ice. You're not expending a lot of energy, and created a lot of chances around the net. Lyon with some terrific saves.
That was a tricky one there as Nurse fired it right through center ice, and the Oilers elected to let it go through, and Lyon had to recover, make the save. Dominic Shine up the right-hand
now,
side.
Jacob Collier added a post you haven't checked out. We watched their videos recently.
College at Northern Michigan. Then, as we talked about, 9 years in the American League before earning the promotion, and made his debut with about 9.5 minutes of ice time in the 5-2 win over LA on Monday night. Redwings did the Oilers a favor that night by beating the Kings, and now Edmonton on top 2-0 as the Oilers look to maintain their first place standing in the Pacific Division. Vegas is tied, but the Golden Knights have played one more game. Slammed in by Gustafsson. Kulak out into the slot. Knocked away from Soderblom, and here comes Noah Phil. Soderblom's older brother is the goaltender for Chicago. His name is Arvid, and he pronounces it Soderblom, but this is Soderblom. So let's see how many times I can screw that up tonight.
Mahalik Mahalik again.
I know. It's almost deliberately deceptive. Here's Sider shoveling it down low. Berggren, Sherratt, one-timer Sider. I struggle with Connor Brown, let alone 2 different versions of Soderblom. Shoveled in by Podkolzin. He'll dump it in, and now you've got Sider recovering with 2 minutes to go in the opening period. He rifles a pass that was not touched. That'll be icing against Detroit.
Pizza 73, Edmonton's homegrown #1 pizza. Hunger happens. Order on game day. Pizza 73, the official pizza of the Edmonton Oilers.
lots of action on this power play for Edmonton. Their second of the game. This puck was all around Lyon. So many bodies and skates. That was a terrific save as that one popped right out. Draisaitl with a couple chances. McDavid was buzzing around. Bouchard with a pretty good opportunity. Fended off by Lyon. His best work was on that power play. Could easily be 3-0.
About 55 to go in the period. McDavid off the face-off. Sees Nurse keep it alive with a one-handed poke to Janmark. Ultimately, the puck does exit the zone. Nurse and Bouchard watch as Detroit's able to regain possession, and it's Tarasenko, a 6-time 30-goal scorer, looking to get his game on track. Sider turns it over. Sent in deep by Detroit. Up the right-hand side, Brown. Now you've got McDavid trying to get in against Edmondson. Darted around him and then threw one out in the slot that was picked off and casually cleared by Tarasenko. We've got 1 minute remaining in this first period. Edmonton on top, 2-0. Draisaitl on the power play, and Jeff Skinner at even strength for the Oilers. Here's Draisaitl building speed through neutral. Matthias Ekholm, today named an alternate captain for Team Sweden at the upcoming Four Nations. Victor Hedman, his draft mate, is the captain. Draisaitl shovels it around. Ekholm drafted 101 picks after Victor Hedman in that draft. Battled for, controlled by Corey Perry. Again, no pressure on him. Johansson released the puck, and then Perry went in against Lucas Raymond, creating difficulty. The Oilers all of a sudden have Detroit on their heels. Hyman to Draisaitl, angled to Emberson, and now it's Ekholm. Back to Emberson against Dylan Larkin. 10 seconds to go in the period. This is what Todd McClellan was talking about. Detroit is a club that's prone to getting trapped in its own end. That was very close to a cross-check against Larkin. He looked at the official to make sure, and the Red Wings might have gotten a break there as the horn goes, with Edmonton having outshot Detroit by a 2-1 margin and leading on the scoreboard 2-0.
Canadians shake hands with Perry after his final game in Bell Center. Attachment.
Chances, maybe 3 in the first 10 minutes of the period, but closed it down after that. 14 shots for them. So outplayed Detroit, spent time in the offensive zone, and have the 2-0 lead into the second.
Draisaitl power play goal early. It's physical. Red Wings, Oilers. From Rogers Place on Sportsnet. 3-game winning streaks on the line. Right now, Edmonton up 2.
Here at Rogers Place, Cam Moon along with Bob Stauffer. We're getting ready for the second period of play. 2-0 Oilers lead the Red Wings. And the Oilers 50-50 presented by Rogers. It's back with life-changing jackpots. Tonight's Feeding Oil Country 50-50 jackpot. That's sitting at $565,000 and climbing. Our next lucky winner could be you. Get your tickets now at EdmontonOilers.com/50-50. Draisaitl and Jeff Skinner, goal scorers for the Oilers in the first. We drop the puck. We're underway here in the second as Draisaitl's able to kick it back to the Edmonton blue line. Klingberg through the middle, just a little far for Arvidsson. Wow. And it's icing against Edmonton.
I tell you, Victor Arvidsson, I don't know what's going on with his skates, but he always seems to be off balance and he's falling. There's a situation where even there he lost half a step because of a balance issue, and that's the difference. In, you know, Draisaitl's going head-to-head against Larkin, who's their best face-off man. That guy took 11 face-offs in the opening period, Cam. And won most of them. At 56%. Leon just won 2 in a row.
Up to the top of the circle, the Edmonton line, and now it goes to Podkolzin. He'll bring it into the Detroit zone. Tried to shoot it, couldn't get it through. It goes to the inboard. Podkolzin get hit by Sherratt. Puck rim goes off of Casper. It's along the left wing boards. Comes free to Arvidsson, now to Draisaitl. Knocked away from him by Sherratt. Try to rim it out. Can't get it by Klingberg. He's coming in from the right point. Now Sider around to Casper. He will get it out through the middle to Raymond. Into the Oilers zone. Comes in on the left wing. Drops it to Larkin. And shot. And a save made by Skinner as Casper gets into it with Arvidsson as they go right to the Oilers net. The net gets knocked off. As Arvidsson and Marco Casper were battling. Looks like they got it all figured out. 44 seconds into the second, 2-0 Oilers lead. They'll have to re-secure the net in behind Stuart Skinner, who had 39 saves in that 3-2 win versus Buffalo on Saturday afternoon.
Casper and Arvidsson did a good job face-washing each other there.
Calvin Pickard played Monday and got the win versus Seattle. All right, looks like they got the net all fixed up. McDavid, Nugent Hopkins, and Brown. They're on the ice. The puck gets to the slot area. McDavid had his stick lifted by Kopp. He was able to keep it in. Puck goes to the corner. Bouchard behind the net to Nurse. Around the right wing boards to Brown. Jams it off the right boards. Got it out. Skated upon by Bouchard. Across to Nugent Hopkins. Now to McDavid. He'll get to the middle. A backhand off the glove of Lyon. And the puck goes to the corner. Nurse along the left wing boards. Puck comes out to Brown. It's shot off the stick of Tarasenko. And that hit the mesh as it went over the glass.
Nugent Hopkins really not very happy. He got dumped right on the side of the net, but Edmonton's already had 2 power plays in this game. Detroit hasn't had one on the zone entry. That's an interference there. Vladimir Tarasenko, and he will knock you on your butt. He's a thick guy.
Face off to the right of Lyon. We're a minute 14 into the second period. Oilers up 2-0 on Detroit. Henrique taking the draw. Puck goes to Jeff Skinner. Off the end of his stick. Berggren's able to get it out for Detroit. Skinner can dump it right back in. Gustafsson behind his net. Rims it off a skate and out. Kulak at his own blue line through the middle. Puck goes to Gustafsson and now to Soderblom. And Soderblom into the Oiler end. Right wing to Berggren. Into the corner to Rasmussen. Rasmussen back to the left wing point. Gustafsson shot. That's wide of the Edmonton goal. Hall kept it in to the right wing corner. Goes off of Soderblom. He'll try his shot, but it missed. And it goes to the left wing. Berggren on the end boards. It's Kulak poking it up the right wing, but Hall will keep it in. Give it to Veleno. Will bring it across the line and off the corner boards. Bounced it in behind the goal. To Soderblom on the right wing.
He's a big man.
He's a monster. Now to Veleno. Out of the right wing corner. To the high slot to Sherrod. His shot. That one blocked in front of the net by Emerson. He'll get it out. Pass on the left for Hyman. He got dumped down, though, by Sider, and a penalty coming up. Sider's going to go for the trip.
Wow, that's an ugly-looking play by Sider. I mean, did he lose his balance?
I don't know what happened there.
I mean, he basically
took out the legs of Hyman with his body.
Made it really easy on the officials there.
Yep, he toe picked.
Yeah.
You're right. That's right. It didn't make sense. But the Oilers will get a chance here with a man advantage. They're 1 for 2 on the power play in this game.
So Larkin's done a good job against Draisaitl on the D-zone draws for Detroit on the PK here.
Power play is brought to you out by Atco Energy, your trusted energy retailer. Learn more at atcoenergy.com. Puck will go to Sherratt and we'll wrap it around the boards and down the ice.
I don't think Leon was very happy with that drop.
Out from behind the net is Bouchard, now through the middle. He'll drop it back to McDavid. Will come in on the left wing. Puck came free to Larkin, and he'll sail it all the way down.
Evan Bouchard had Leon Draisaitl breaking. Detroit was waiting for the drop and delay, and Draisaitl was free if he hits him.
McDavid into the Detroit zone. Fired across on the right wing to Draisaitl. Into the corner to McDavid, back to the point to Bouchard. Comes to the middle, cross to Nugent-Hopkins on the left, to Bouchard on the right. On the point, it's McDavid over to Bouchard. One-time shot, that's blocked by Johansson. It comes over to the right wing. Draisaitl now to McDavid. In the middle, over to Draisaitl. Holds onto it right wing. Cross ice to McDavid, has it on the left. Top of the circle, into the corner to Nugent-Hopkins. He's just going to walk out. Couldn't get the pass back to McDavid. That was picked off by Johansson. He'll get it out.
Never a bad thing to put it to the net. They've not got a shot on net yet on this power play.
There's 45 seconds remaining in it. 2-0 Oilers lead. 3:45 gone here in the second. McDavid gets it in over the line now to Nugent-Hopkins left wing. To the left wing point to Bouchard. Cross for Draisaitl. He's top of the circle. Into the corner to McDavid. Looks in front of the goal. Over to Bouchard. And shot kicked out by Lyon. It's in the slot and cleared out. And Stuart Skinner has to come out of his net.
That time he shot it.
Got all of it.
And created some collateral damage.
Nurse through the middle of center will snap it into the Detroit zone. Penalty over here in 12 seconds. Right wing corner, it's Matthias Ekholm. Up the right wing boards to Jeff Skinner, now to Nurse. Nurse on the right point to Ekholm. Left wing to Henrique to Ekholm. Fake the shot. Penalty over. Now his shot. Saved by Lyon. Puck goes in behind the net. Henrique to the right point. Nurse, his shot. Glove save. And Lyon's going to hold on to it. Be a face-off in the Detroit zone. Edmonton now 1 for 3 with a man advantage.
And Detroit will take that with the penalty killing they've had this year. And all I'm going to say to you is they got that big bomb there from Bouchard, but the problem was it took him 1:40 in.
Yeah. Bouchard put that shot in a good spot. Forced the goalie to make a save, and the rebound has nowhere to go but the slot, and that's where it went. Face off to the left of Lyon. Johansson in behind his net for Detroit. Up the right wing. It gets to the blue line. Kept in by Philp. Now through the middle of the ice is Kopp. To Tarasenko, back to Kopp, into the Oiler end, cross ice pass that was picked out of the air by Janmark. Give it to Philp. He'll come up the left wing, and it's Philp to center. Now Philp into the Detroit zone, goes to the left wing corner. Stops in that left corner. Pass into the slot. Amberson across. The one-time shot, and it's saved by Lyon as Janmark drilled it on goal.
Excellent work there from Noah Philp. Creates a scoring opportunity.
Mark shot into the Oiler end. Sent out by Kulak. Raymond got it back in. The Oilers will get it out, and it's Hyman down the left side. Now in over the Detroit blue line. Poked away from him, but the Oilers keep it in. Left wing corner, it goes to Zach Hyman. He's top of the circle, up to the blue line. To the right wing point, Klingberg with a shot, and it's gloved by Lyon. He'll hold on. 5:38 gone in the second. 2-0 Oilers lead. Oilers at home Saturday, 5 o'clock against Toronto, then head out onto the road, go into St. Louis and Chicago next
Elliot
week.
Freeman reporting Philadelphia and Calgary discussing a deal. This could be a big deal. I wonder if it's for Farabee. Oh. Andre Kuzmenko held out of the Flames lineup. Jacob Pelche is part of the deal.
Wow. Sider off the right wing boards, got it out. McDavid at center ice. Now to Connor Brown, back into the Oiler end to Ekholm. Cross to Klingberg. Back to Ekholm. Center ice, he's able to shoot it in. Rims on the right. Raymond is able to get it off the boards, off the glass, and out. Ekholm swept it up to Nugent-Hopkins, now to McDavid. Lost it at the Red Wing blue line, and Raymond comes the other way. He'll shoot it in off the end glass. On the right wing, it's Raymond to the right wing corner. Goes behind the Edmonton net. On the left, back to the blue line to Sider. Sider, left wing to Raymond. He'll shoot it, and that goes wide of the Edmonton goal. Soderblom in the right wing corner. Lost it to Ekholm. He's able to get it to the line, but that was kept in by Berggren. Couldn't get it low. It hit his stick. It'll go to the right point. Johansson scoop it around the boards. It gets to the left wing corner in the Edmonton zone. McDavid up the boards to Brown. He did get it out. Up to center ice to Nugent-Hopkins. Can shoot it into Detroit territory.
And I'm just doing math on that Philly-Calgary thing. If it is Kuzmenko, it's got to be somebody in the fives going back for Philly.
Pass through the middle of the ice. Rasmussen into the Oiler end. 2-0 Oilers. We played just over 7 minutes here in the second. And a pass through the middle. And it gets picked off by Draisaitl. He'll come flying out. In over the Detroit line. Drops it to Arvidsson. His shot. That save made by Lyon. He squeezes it up against his body and he'll hold on. We're going to take a break. 7:12 gone here in the second. 2-0 Oilers lead the Red Wings. From Rogers Place's Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Believing in yourself takes confidence. At Portage College, 93% of grads say their education gave them the skills and knowledge they needed for their careers. That's the kind of confidence that leads to great results. Learn more at portagecollege.ca.
When it comes to your new home, nothing should stop you from getting exactly what you want. Coventry Homes puts your needs front and center. They won't dig past your questions about customization, and making changes won't get you sent to the penalty box. With their customizable designs and flexible options, your game-changing home is within reach. Score big with flexibility. By Coventry Homes, the official builder of the Edmonton Oilers.
Hey folks, Paul Brandt here. I love being an Albertan and I love Ford trucks. And I know that like hard-working Albertans across this great province, there's a Ford truck for everyone. Like Super Duty. It's what I like to call a workhorse. A truck built for heavy-duty performance and getting the job done. Now that's a truck to live and work by. So whatever you're working on, you'll know that the 2024 Ford Super Duty's got the goods. Get yours today at your Alberta Ford dealer. Just tell them PB sent you.
Portage College graduates are incredibly employable. How does Portage know? 99% of employers surveyed said they would hire a Portage grad. Get career ready at Portage College. Learn more by visiting portagecollege.ca.
All games, all season. You're listening to the Oilers Radio Network.
Here at Rogers Place, Cam Moon along with Bob Stauffer. 2-0 Oilers lead. 7:12 gone in the second. Boston Pizza's Oiler for a Day program is back. Head to your local Boston Pizza. Purchase a kid's meal for their chance to become an honorary Edmonton Oiler. Visit edmontonoilers.com/Oiler for a Day for full details. Face off to the left of Alex Lyon. Johansson to the left wing corner for the Red Wings. High in the air, gets it out. Bouncing puck rolling into the Oiler end down the left wing. It's Kopp from the angle. His centering pass broken up by Draisaitl. Through the middle to Bouchard. Now into the Detroit zone. To the left wing corner it goes. Podkolzin in behind the net, but Edmondson got it free to Kopp. They'll go across ice to Tarasenko. He'll shoot it in off the left corner boards. Nurse around the left wing to Podkolzin to Arvidsson, and his pass went right to Kopp. Then he lost it to Podkolzin. He'll give it to Draisaitl. In over the Detroit line to Arvidsson. Shot off the stick of Edmondson. It goes out of play.
Arvidsson and Leon has set up lots of looks for Arvidsson and Podkolzin in this game. And unfortunately, they haven't been able to finish. Lots of chances off the rush again. Sounds like a Philly-Calgary deal of some sort. Elliot Friedman reporting. The belief is it's Kuzmenko and Pelche going from Calgary to Philly. Mark Spector pointing out to me, must have been listening to us in the elevator, that Morgan Frost apparently was held out of the third period. He's been much rumored. Okay. The other guy is Joel Farabee, who had a real good year a couple of years ago. Was permanently, seemingly always in shutout bow wow for John Tortorella.
Fisher up the right wing for the Red Wings. He'll shoot it in. 2-0 Oiler leader here in the second. Puck along the end boards in the Edmonton zone. We're 8:15 into this second period. Emberson trying to get it loose. Instead, it goes to the point. Sherratt across the line to Sider. Sider on the right wing. A snapshot doesn't get through. Shine has a right wing corner for Detroit. Went off his stick to Jeff Skinner. He hit Shine with it. They both go into the corner. Shine knocks down Skinner, who gets back up. Shine's stick snapped in half. And up the left wing, coming out for Edmonton, is Brent Kulak. It's Kulak into the Detroit zone. To the left wing corner, now in behind the net. A centering pass. That gets blocked. It goes over the right side. As it comes through the middle, brought out through center ice, and it was Raymond down the left wing. His shot misses the Edmonton net. And Hyman able to clear it. Puck in the neutral zone. Nugent Hopkins to his own blue line for Ekholm. Now over to Kulak. Back to Matthias Ekholm. the right wing. Now it gets to Nugent Hopkins. Comes into the Detroit end, top of the circle. Out to the right corner. Edmondson up the boards for Casper. Cleared it out. Ekholm turns it in front of the Edmonton net, saucers it up to McDavid. One touches to Nugent Hopkins, now to McDavid, into the Detroit end. Right wing, Klingberg, cross ice to McDavid, into the slot for Brown. His shot, saved by Lyon, and the rebound knocked him behind the net. Up the right wing, Soderblom, and to drop it back for Edmondson. Edmondson stops, left wing to Soderblom, off the boards and out. Now Soderblom into the Oiler end to Berggren on the right wing. His shot scores. I think Rasmussen got his stick on it right in front of the Edmonton net. It changed direction, and Detroit cuts the Edmonton lead to 2-1.
Well, the Oilers have had multiple opportunities since being up 2-0 in this game to add to their lead, but the chances have gone to players like Arvidsson and Brown, and those guys aren't exactly lighting it up of late. And a long-range bomber, a little bit of a deflection there on Stuart Skinner.
Rasmussen picked it out of the air at 9:59 of the second period. And Michael Rasmussen will get his 8th of the season. And Detroit gets on the board. 2-1 Oiler lead. Tarasenko in his own end to Gustafsson up the left wing, give it to DeBrincat, now to Kopp. Kopp will dump it to the right wing corner. Bouchard to Perry, pushes it to the middle to Phil. Now to Janmark, in over the line, gave it to Nurse. It'll come across to Perry. His shot high and wide from the angle. Rims around, and Alex DeBrincat will just get it out. Bouchard with it at center ice. Makes his way in over the line. Gives it to Janmark. His shot, and that's blocked by Gustafsson. DeBrincat will get it out up the right wing to Raymond. He might have a line to the net. He'll come in. The shot. Pad save made by Skinner. Off of Raymond. And the puck at the side of the Edmonton goal. It goes to the right wing corner. Bouchard poked it behind the net. Raymond out on the right wing to Seider. His shot, and his stick saved by Skinner. Sherratt to Larkin. His shot deflects, and it goes over the glass and out of play. 2-1 Oilers lead. 8:56 to go in the second. We're going to take a break from Rogers Place. This is Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Do you have tickets to an upcoming event at Rogers Place that you can't attend? Donate your tickets to the Edmonton Oilers Community Foundation Seats for Kids program, presented by Eagle Builders. Seats for Kids provides unused game tickets for charities, allowing children and families to enjoy hockey at Rogers Place. And for many, a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. To be a part of the Seats for Kids program presented by Eagle Builders, please email edmonton@kidsupfront.com. That's edmonton@kidsupfront.com.
The Edmonton Oilers Community Foundation 50/50 presented by Rogers is back and bigger than ever. The largest 50/50 in sports offers early bird draws, bonus raffles, and a main jackpot, which is growing by the second. With over $100 million invested across oil country, your support directly helps kids, families, and communities in need. Maybe you'll be our next winner. Get your tickets right now at EdmontonOilers.com and help make oil country a better place.
AGLC license number 696879.
Proudly headquartered in oil country, Capital Power is delivering reliable and affordable power today while building clean power systems for tomorrow, creating the balanced energy solutions communities across Alberta and North America can depend on. Visit capitalpower.com to learn how they are powering change by changing power. Be part of their energy and join Capital Power as we all cheer on our Edmonton Oilers on their quest to win it all.
Listen on air, online, and on the Radio Player Canada app.
This is the Oilers Radio Network.
A 2-1 Edmonton Oiler lead with 8:56 to go in the second period. Cam Moon along with Bob Stauffer here at Rogers Place as the Oilers host the Detroit Red Wings. Face off to the right of Stuart Skinner. Michael Rasmussen scoring in the second period here for Detroit. Berggren and Soderblom had the assists. And it's got Detroit right back into it. Face off to the right of Skinner. Puck to the top of the circle. Kulak up the left wing, now to Podkolzin. Will shoot it off a shin pad. Turning it the other way is Casper down the left wing. Goes into the left wing corner with Ty Emberson. They go to the end boards. Arvidsson up against those boards with Larkin as well. But Emberson gets the puck. Across to Kulak. Up the left wing now to Podkolzin. Podkolzin to Draisaitl into the Detroit end. Left wing corner to Podkolzin. Around to Arvidsson to the right wing point. Emberson into the slot looking for a redirect. And Oilers couldn't get a stick on it. Bank pass down the right wing. Larkin in over the Oiler line to the net. Scores! Dylan Larkin got sprung down the right wing. Goes 5-hole on Skinner. And this game's tied at 2.
The Oilers' depth forwards in this game are not making plays. Way too many situations where there's opportunities to make stuff happen off the rush, and they're not getting pucks deep, and it's lent itself to 2 transition goals for Detroit. Both times Edmonton had the puck. Both times they didn't force Detroit Steve to turn and work.
Larkin gets his 22nd, 11:47 time of the goal. Tied up at 2.
Total control of this game.
Skinner will get the puck into the zone. It goes off of Hyman to the right corner. Inside that Detroit end as Hyman battles. Goes in behind the net. Over to the right. Johansson lifted up. Couldn't get it out. Jeff Skinner keeps it in. To the right point for Klingberg. Put it to the corner. Edmondson to Kopp. Off the boards, just out. Klingberg goes across at center to Hyman. Back to Klingberg.
This should be a 4-1 game for Edmonton, and instead it's 2-2.
It's dumped in. Edmondson will go in behind his goal for Detroit. Off the boards, past Berggren, it comes out.
Same thing happened last year, Cam. Oilers jumped out early at home here, and then woke up in the third period after almost blowing the game.
Dumped in, it rims inside that Detroit zone. McDavid on the right wing boards, goes to the right corner. McDavid now in behind the net, to the left. McDavid to the slot, to Bouchard, makes a move. He'll go to the net, his backhand pad saved by Lyon, and he covers it up. As Bouchard came in from the point, and Alex Lyon got it with the right pad and then covered it. 6:59 to go here in the second period. Tied at 2, Oilers and Red Wings. David Nugent Hopkins and Brown will stay out there with Nurse and Bouchard. Puck gets rimmed, and it's Nugent Hopkins knocking it down. It gets to Brown, off his stick. Following up is Bouchard, but it is poked out by Soderblom. McDavid with it at the blue line. Down the left wing to Brown. Drives into the Detroit zone. It's poked off his stick. Sherratt tried to get it out. Up the right wing. It goes to Berggren. Berggren to the Edmonton blue line. Now to Rasmussen. His pass in front. That went off of Bouchard. Steered aside by Skinner. And Nurse will come up the right wing. He'll get to center ice and dump it in. Sherratt on the end boards, hit hard by Nurse. Puck goes to Rasmussen. He'll take another hit from Nurse. Rasmussen, second chance will clear it out. Janmark winds it up out of the Edmonton zone through the middle. It's Janmark at the blue line. On the right, gives it to Perry towards the net off the pad of Lyon. On the left wing point, kept in. Janmark, there's a glove pass from Kulak to Janmark. So we get the whistle with 5:55 to go here in the second period. We'll take a break. Oilers and Red Wings tied at 2 from Rogers Place. It's Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Stollery Children's Hospital Foundation Mighty Millions Lottery is here.
Oilers and Red Wings, 5:55 to go in the second period. Face-off will be outside the Detroit blue line. Draisaitl and Jeff Skinner scoring for Edmonton in the first. Rasmussen and Larkin scoring for Detroit here in the second. Puck dumped into the Detroit zone. Along the left wing boards was Podkolzin. It's rimmed on the right, and DeBrinket's going to get it out. Ekholm back for it. Tarasenko on him. Tarasenko playing in his 800th NHL game here tonight. The puck in the corner. It's DeBrinket centering pass that gets blocked, and he gets tripped by Ekholm. And the Oilers are going to be shorthanded. Ekholm's going to go to the box for the trip.
Well, listen, even game now, and Edmonton has had 3 power plays and didn't finish on their second and third ones where they would have had total separation in this game. So a wonderful opportunity for Detroit. The Oilers have been a great second period team all year. But the Oilers have had poor puck maintenance at the opposition blue line. It's lent itself to 2 transition goals. That's a penalty against Ekholm. Sorry, it is.
Face off to the right of Skinner. Oiler penalty kill. Brought to you by Napa Auto Parts, proud partner of the Edmonton Oilers.
And it's going to be Kulak and Nurse to start the PK because Ekholm's in the box.
Puck goes to the blue line. Casper to Sider to Casper. It's shot, and that goes just wide of the Edmonton net. Nurse on the end boards. Hard around the glass. Past Sider and down the ice.
That shot had Stuart Skinner beat. I think it surprised him.
Sider coming out of his own end through the middle. Wants to drop it back, and he does to Dylan Larkin. Larkin to the Edmonton blue line. Then it's swatted out of the air by Henrique, but it's kept in. DeBrinket has it left wing into the corner to Larkin. Around the boards on the right. Casper has it right wing to the point for Sider. Now to Larkin. Across the shot by DeBrinket, and it was blocked by Kulak. Puck to the blue line. Sider on the right to Casper. Now it's sent in front of the net, and that is broken up by Nugent Hopkins, and he's going to bring it up. Nugent Hopkins into the Detroit zone. Couldn't get a shot past Sider, went off his leg, goes in behind the goal. Oilers can make changes as Raymond comes out for Detroit.
Detroit really throwing the puck around. Good job by Bouchard. A rare penalty killing shift for him, and he roofed that baby out of there.
Breaks things up as Gustafson will turn it up for Detroit. 45 seconds to go in the penalty to Ekholm. We're tied at 2 here in the second period. Puck brought in on the right wing by Koff. Goes to the right wing corner. Tarasenko to assist as it's on the inboards. It goes in behind the net. And Matthias Janmark to the corner, off the right wing boards and out. Gustafson to Tarasenko. Cross ice pass hit the stick of Janmark, and that launches into the crowd. I'll say that was just inside the Edmonton blue line, so the face-off will be to the right of Stuart Skinner.
We're now hearing multiple pieces in this trade involving Calgary and Philadelphia. And again, just because of the math on the Kuzmenko deal, he's in the 5s. Pelche, who's a agitating player, not necessarily well liked by everybody around the league. It's in your favor. I'm a little surprised they're trading him, frankly. They must be getting a pretty good player back, Flames.
Puck goes back to the point. Casper can walk in. His shot off the arm of Skinner and out of play. Marco Casper able to walk in from the point and got a good shot away. And Stuart Skinner with his arm got it and went out.
I know that. Sorry, Cam. I know the Oilers got a power play goal in this game, but I'm liking what I'm seeing out of Detroit. They're moving it quick. Edmonton's been too deliberate, and Casper can shoot the pill.
Well, their power play is over 37% since Todd McClellan has come in.
And they don't have Patrick Kane, and he's pretty good, as you would recall. Look out, open.
Here's Casper on the point on the right wing to Larkin. His one-timer goes off a Nurse, and the puck in the right corner. Larkin centering pass broken up by Kulak. He'll get it down the ice. The penalty is about to expire. Detroit will be 0 for 1 with a man advantage. We're tied at 2. 3.5 to go here in the second period. Larkin flying through the middle. Shoots it in off the stick of Stuart Skinner, and he deflected it out of play. There'll be a face-off inside the Oilers zone. Tied at 2 here in the second period. Oilers able to kill that penalty off.
And for the first time all game.
And Raymond is way offside.
Just a bit offside.
Wow. About 10 feet offside. 14 seconds to go here in the second period.
Well, the only way that anybody gets away with offsides like that is if they're Matt Duchene.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to happen once every 40 years.
Sure.
Like that. And it happens.
So Draisaitl taking the draw just outside the Edmonton blue line. Puck goes to Seider, over to Sherratt, hammers it in on net. Skinner stopped it. He didn't know where it was. It was at the side of the goal. Puck rimmed. It's kept in. Sherratt down the left side is shot. And a pad save made by Skinner. Sherratt centers it. Big save by Skinner right before the buzzer off a Kopp who was in front of the net.
Well, Edmonton can't play much worse than they did in the final 15 minutes of that period. But the good news for the Oilers is they're tied at 2 after 2, and it appears as though they're going to go to McDavid and Draisaitl a little bit more in the third period. That was a Redwings period. They ended up both teams with 13 shots on goal, but they had the better opportunities. Edmonton egregious defensively, and it started with poor puck play at the opposition blue line. So some work to do here in the third for the Oilers.
We are through 40 minutes
40% charge. 2 notifications.
The Edmonton Oilers and 2 goals in the first period. Leon Draisaitl and Jeff Skinner.
2 degrees cooler
And then
today.
Detroit, they battle back in the second. Michael Rasmussen and Dylan Larkin tying things up as the Oilers and the Red Wings knotted at 2 through 40. Bryn Griffiths, Rob Brown, they got the intermission when we come back from Rogers Place in downtown Edmonton. It's Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network. I would have a small sampling. How about that? Small sampling.
Copious amounts of alcohol, but a small sampling.
I am not confirming or denying.
I resemble it.
Yeah. All right, we're 18 seconds into the third. Oilers, Red Wings are tied at 2.
By the way, we're getting more deets on this trade. Get to that in a second.
Okay. We'll wait for the next whistle. Seider at his own blue line, the right wing. Now it goes to Larkin, comes in on the left, a rising shot over the Edmonton net. Seider will not be able to keep it in. It does come up, and it goes to Draisaitl into the Detroit zone. Nurse gets tripped up, penalty coming up to Detroit. Puck in the left wing corner. Goes in behind the Red Wing net, now touched by Casper, and the Edmonton Oilers get their 4th power play.
So it sounds like it is Farabee and Frost for Kuzmenko and Pelche. Those are the points.
As far as we know.
As far as we know, this is what Elliot Friedman's reporting.
Okay. Larkin off for interference. Power play is brought to you by ATCO Energy, your trusted energy retailer. Learn more at atcoenergy.com. Edmonton is 1 for 3 on the power play in this game.
Alex Lyons made a couple pretty good saves in this game.
Yes. Face off to the right.
And no Larkin to take the draw to the Draisaitl.
And it goes to McDavid on the left wing. To the blue line for Bouchard. Goes over to the right. He'll shoot it. That goes off a leg. Goes to the right corner. Bouchard, right wing corner to Draisaitl. Back to Bouchard on the point. Across to McDavid down the left wing. Into the corner. Off the side of the net. He was trying to bank it off a line. Almost did. Puck in the left wing corner. McDavid along the boards to Nugent-Hopkins to the blue line. Bouchard hammers his shot, and that one's stopped by Lyon. It's cleared out and down the ice.
That's more like it. I mean, it forces him to make a save there, and if you get any kind of luck on the rebound, it's in the net.
Out from behind his net, Bouchard up the right wing to Draisaitl. We're tied at 2. We're early in the third. Back to McDavid. Now brings it into the Detroit zone down the right wing. Goes to the right corner, got checked. Seider will rim it around the boards and down the ice.
They've done a good job here. And, I mean, you look at that L.A. penalty kill against Edmonton's power play of Todd as coach, and it was ugly. But they've done a good job tonight.
At center ice, McDavid into the Detroit zone. To the right wing point to Draisaitl. Skates down the right wing into the corner to McDavid. McDavid looks to the net. Gives it to Bouchard, to McDavid, to Bouchard. A shot, it's blocked. It goes to McDavid on the right wing. McDavid into the corner to Draisaitl. His pass in front of the net goes off a Lyon, and it's sent down the ice by Sherratt.
Leon was trying to bank that off of Hyman back to the side of the goal.
Lyon got his pad on it. 25 seconds to win the man advantage. Tied at 2 here in the third. To center ice, Jeff Skinner off the left wing boards for Henry. We're 2.5 into this third period. Puck on the inboards inside the Detroit zone. And Raymond's the one that digs it out. And now he'll skate up the right wing. Raymond across the Edmonton blue line. Goes over to the left wing corner. Throws the brakes on. Gets it back to the point. Johansson will get it across to Edmonton. His shot tipped wide of the Edmonton goal. Penalty is over. Larkin's back out. Ekholm's got it in behind the goal. Now up the right wing to Perry. Edmonton 1 for 4 on the power play. Perry comes into the Detroit zone on the right wing. Got it to the corner. That's it. Valeno up the left wing to Shine. Cross ice. Got the puck to Fisher. Went to shoot it off the stick of Emberson, and that will go out of play. 3:07 gone here in the third. Tied at 2. The Oilers and the Red Wings.
Farabee had lots of term left on his deal, Cam.
So as far as you know right now, it looks like 2 for 2?
As far as we know. Okay. That's what's been reported to this point.
All right. Face off to the left of Skinner. Noah Philp taking the draw against Andrew Kopp.
Farabee was in year 3 of a 6-year deal of $5 million, Cam.
Hole on the right point will keep it in. On the boards, Gustafsson in from the left side. They'll go in behind the net. Kulak's got it there for the Oilers. They'll get it out to Brinkett. Snap the puck right back in. Emberson push it around to Kulak. Down through the middle to Philp. Philp takes it over to the left wing, across to Kulak, and the Oilers now get it out. To Emberson on the right wing. He'll shoot it in. Lyon out to play it. Rims it, hit Connor Brown. Puck goes in behind the goal. Hall will get it around the boards to Kopp. He'll go cross ice to Gustafsson. Then that pass broken up by Ty Emberson. Now to Philp. In over the line. The shot kicked out by Lyon with a left pad. Peregrine to Gustafsson. Left corner in his own end. Up the left wing boards off the stick of Rasmussen. Kulak in the Oilers zone. Over to Klingberg. Up the right wing to Draisaitl. Pass to Arvidsson. He'll come in. He'll shoot it. Blockered away by Lyon. It's in behind the net. Goes over to the right. Arvidsson to Podkolzin. Podkolzin in the right wing. To Draisaitl to Arvidsson. Goes to the right wing corner. To Draisaitl on the blue line. Across to Nurse on the left. Back to Draisaitl. Has it left wing. Will shoot it towards the net. Saved by Lyon. He covered that up. As Podkolzin was battling in front of the net, Lyon was able to find it through all the traffic.
It's been a good start to this period for Edmonton. They're out shooting Detroit 6-2. They've created some opportunities in and around the net. And we're going to see McDavid now with Hyman and Nugent Hopkins.
All right. Face off to the right of Lyon. We're 4:31 into the third. It's tied at 2. Puck gets into the corner. Hyman along the boards to McDavid on the left wing, trying to walk it out. It's knocked off his stick, and the puck cleared by Raymond to center ice to Larkin. He'll dump it left wing corner. Puck comes off the boards, up near the top of the circle. Hyman was able to get it out to McDavid down the right wing, in over the line. He'll make a move, go to the left wing corner, and Johansson got it loose and got it out. Right wing to Raymond, into the Oilers zone. Lost the puck. Bouchard can come out through the middle. Bouchard into the Detroit end. The left wing to McDavid. It's a hit from Johansson. Puck goes behind the goal. Comes up to the line, off of Bouchard, and now out with it is Kasper. Kasper got caught by Jeff Skinner. Good defensive play.
Nice work.
Skinner will bring it out. Skinner into the Detroit zone. Put it in behind the net. It comes in front. That Skinner just hopped over his stick. Fisher will get it to center ice and shoot it in for Detroit. He didn't get to center, or was that offside? That was offside. 5:37 gone here in the third. Tied at 2. Oilers and the Red Wings. Nope, that was icing. It was close. It was
excellent backtrack
right there. Yeah, a great play by Skinner.
Talking about working back to the puck.
Yep.
Right now, Edmonton's on pace for 44 shots on goal in this game.
Face off to the right of Lyon. Shots 34-21 for the Oilers. Puck goes to Gustafsson. Up the left wing to Shine. To the middle to Hall. Up the right wing. Off the right wing boards. It goes right to Stuart Skinner. He's got to play it to Nurse. at that hit. And Valano when it goes in behind the goal. Comes free to Kulak up the left wing to Draisaitl. He'll cut to the middle into the Detroit zone. Down the right wing corner to Perry. To the left, a centering pass is broken up by Hall. Right wing corner and up that side will be Tarasenko. Throw it across to Gustafsson. Shoots it in on the left wing. Nurse to the end boards, was able to leave it to Kulak. Pass goes off a cop up to Henrique of the Oilers. He'll get it out. Pass through the middle, that gets broken up. Red Wings right back in to break it to the slot. One-timer. And that one blocked in front of the net. And the puck to the right corner. Tarasenko along the right wing boards. Behind the net to DeBrincat. Broken up by Henrique. His pass hit Tarasenko. It's kept in to Kopp in the right wing corner. To the blue line to Seider. Seider across the line. And it's Raymond down the left wing in front of the net. And unable to get his stick on it was DeBrincat. Oh. He had a tap in from the side of the goal. And it's cleared out. Arvidsson. DuPont goals into Arvidsson. Into the Detroit zone. Rims the puck. Tied at 2. 7-10 gone here in the third period. Larkin up the right wing. Able to get it to the neutral zone. Arvidsson will shoot it in.
Henrique with 2 turnovers in the D zone. You don't see that often.
Sherrod off the right wing boards and out. Emberson inside his own blue line. The middle to Bouchard. On the right wing to McDavid. Will go cross ice to Ty Emberson. Just got it into the Detroit end. Now to Hyman. Goes to the left corner. He'll drive it in front of the net. The save made by Lyon. They're jamming away. And Alex Lyon's able to cover it up. As Hyman took it hard to the net. We'll take a break. 7 minutes, 47 seconds gone here in the third. Oilers and Red Wings tied at 2. From Rogers Place, it's Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Be a savvy Edmonton hotel shopper. Book through Edmonton'sBestHotels.com and receive up to $225 in cash rewards. There are over 55 member hotels to choose from, offering their best value rates. Edmonton'sBestHotels.com. Rewards with every booking.
For years now, we've been warning Edmontonians on the hazards of our stormwater facilities. While they may appear to look like still ponds, there is moving water beneath the surface, which makes the ice dangerously... The unpredictability of stormwater facilities makes them treacherously unsafe for all winter activities, even walking. So think twice. Don't go on the ice. A safety message from EPCOR.
Hey, hockey fans! Hard rubber works well on the ice rink, but not so good on frozen roads. Aturo tires are engineered with that in mind. Scientifically designed tread patterns, along with resilient rubber compounds, allow Aturo tires to grip well in the cold of winter, while providing excellent traction and long tread life through year-round conditions. Aturo has the all-weather tire for you. Available at Action Car and Tire, Point S, and tire shops everywhere. Find a dealer near you at atturo.com.
Be a savvy Edmonton hotel shopper. Book through Edmonton'sBestHotels.com and receive up to $225 in cash rewards. There are over 55 member hotels to choose from, offering their best value rates. Edmonton'sBestHotels.com. Rewards with every booking.
Listen on air, online, and on the Radio Player Canada app.
This is the Oilers Radio Network.
Here at Rogers Place, Oilers and Red Wings tied at 2. 7:47 gone here in the third period. Boston Pizza's Oiler for a Day program is back. Head to your local Boston Pizza and purchase a kid's meal for their chance to become an honorary Edmonton Oiler. Visit EdmontonOilers.com/Oiler for a Day for full details. Face off in the Detroit zone to the right of Alex Lyon. Puck goes in behind the net. Edvinsson up the left wing. Bouchard had pinched down, but it goes to the middle. And Raymond into the Oiler end, and that goes offside, but he got tripped up, and it's going to be a penalty against Edmonton.
Draisaitl. He's offside, and so that's...
Slash that is called. Oiler penalty kill brought to you by Napa Auto Parts, proud partner of the Edmonton Oilers. And Detroit is 0 for 1 with a man advantage.
Shots are 37-22 at Edmonton in this game. Alex Lyons kept his team in. Oilers maybe had a chance to run them out of the building a little early. And then Edmonton's poor puck maintenance led to 2 transition goals, and now the Red Wings got a chance to take the lead again.
Face off to the right of Stuart Skinner. Puck goes to Sider. Now on the left wing to Raymond. Into the corner. DeBrincat to Raymond. Top of the circle left side to DeBrincat. He'll get it across. Comes out to Sider as one-timer blocked by Henrique. On the right wing, Larkin. His pass across. Gets to Raymond. Keeps it in.
Look at the puck movement count.
Sider to Raymond in front of the net. Larkin shot and it's saved by Skinner. He held on as he got the pass from DeBrincat. Didn't get a lot on the shot. Skinner was able to squeeze it. They are moving it around fast. Face-off will be to the right of Stuart Skinner. Minute 35 to go in the penalty to Leon Draisaitl. We're tied at 2 here at Rogers Place. Draisaitl and Jeff Skinner scoring for Edmonton. Rasmussen and Larkin for Detroit. Oilers goals came in the first. Detroit's in the second. Here's Raymond with it on the left wing to the side of the net. DeBrincat gets it across. Goes to Kasper. Kasper has it on the right wing to the blue line. For Sider to Kasper. Kasper gets the puck out and a shot by DeBrincat off the stick and out of play. Minute 21 to go in the penalty to Draisaitl. Oilers will make a change, get Henrique out there. Henrique and Nugent-Hopkins with Kulak and Nurse. Larkin to take the draw for Detroit. Well, Larkin's going to get the heave-ho out of the face-off circle. Alex DeBrincat will take the draw. And it'll get to the line. Sider, good work to keep it in. And then his pass hits Nugent-Hopkins, and it goes all the way down the ice. Sider wheels behind his net, now up the right. Across to Raymond. Raymond through center, into the Oiler end, off the stick of Larkin. Puck goes into the left wing corner, and Nurse up to the blue line, but it's kept in. Larkin has it left wing. Now to DeBrincat. To Larkin, to the right wing corner to Kasper, behind the net to Larkin, over to the left for Raymond. Leaves it to DeBrincat to Sider. We'll get it across to Kasper, to Sider. One-time shot saved by Skinner. The rebound just pulled wide. Larkin with the chance. Puck on the left wing point. Sider, left wing to Raymond, across to Kasper. The save by Skinner, and he holds on. Marco Kasper on the right wing with a quick shot, and Skinner stops that one. 27 seconds to go in the penalty to Draisaitl. Face off to the left of Skinner. Get the sticks down, and Ekholm off the right wing boards and down the ice. Lyon can set it up to Gustafsson. Swings it back to Tarasenko. Cross to Berggren. Get it in on the right wing to Kopp. Kopp stops on the right side. Goes in behind the net, and it's Ekholm to get it out. And the penalty to Draisaitl is just about done. Detroit will be 0 for 2 on the power play. We're tied at 2. We're halfway through the third period. Soderblom able to shoot it into the Oiler end. Ekholm to Bouchard. Bouchard up through the middle, finds McDavid. He'll weave his way in. Now on the left side to Hyman. Goes to the corner now in behind the Detroit net. To McDavid in the corner on the left wing. Around to the right wing boards. It's just played in past Bouchard. Puck brought in as Veleno will get it across to Fisher, and he put it to the side of the net where it's covered up by Skinner. We'll take a break. 9:31 to go here in the third. Oilers and Red Wings tied at 2 from Rogers Place. It's Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
At Sobeys and Safeway Liquor, they recommend pairing locally distilled spirits and their ice-cold beer selection with And Oilers win! Sobeys and Safeway Liquor, proud partners and fans of the Edmonton Oilers. Please enjoy responsibly.
When it comes to your new home, nothing should stop you from getting exactly what you want. Coventry Homes puts your needs front and center. They won't dig past your questions about customization, and making changes won't get you sent to the penalty box. With their customizable designs and flexible options, your game-changing home is within reach. Score big with flexibility. By Coventry Homes, the official builder of the Edmonton Oilers.
Experience the exciting casino action in 3 Century Casino locations: Edmonton, St. Albert, and Century Mile. Dine at one of their amazing restaurants featuring daily specials. Take in the ultimate game day experience at the Century Sports Bar and Lounge. Check out the best in live entertainment at any amazing location. Plus, enjoy a great selection of casino gaming options and off-track betting. Feel the thrill of live horse racing at Century Mile Racetrack. Don't miss a second of the action at Century Casino. Come for the action. Stay for the fun.
At Sobeys and Safeway Liquor, they recommend pairing locally distilled spirits and their ice-cold beer selection with... And Oilers win! Sobeys and Safeway Liquor, proud partners and fans of the Edmonton Oilers. Please enjoy responsibly.
All games, all seasons. You're listening to the Oilers Radio Network.
Cam Moon and Bob Stauffer here in the Legacy Heating and Cooling broadcast booth. Legacy Heating and Cooling, home and no payments, no interest for 1 year. Oilers and Redwings tied at 2. 9:31 to go here in the third period. Leon Draisaitl and Jeff Skinner scoring for Edmonton in the first. Michael Rasmussen, Dylan Larkin scoring for Detroit in the second. Face off in the Oilers zone to the left of Stuart Skinner. Goes in behind the net. Ekholm off the right wing boards and out. Past Edvinson. It's icing against Edmonton. Each team has had a power play in this third period. Face off to the right of Stuart Skinner. Both these teams have won 3 in a row coming into this game.
Todd McClellan won't be happy with the start. Chris Knobloch won't be happy with what we've seen for about the last 20 minutes in this game.
Bouchard through the middle to Nugent Hopkins. Pass for McDavid didn't connect. Rasmussen will shoot it in. Nugent Hopkins goes in behind the Oiler goal. Right corner to Bouchard. Now across to Ekholm. He's up the left wing. Long pass to Hyman. In over the line to Nugent Hopkins. Across to McDavid. Just getting a stick on it at the last second with Soderblom. Puck on the left wing. Hyman along the left wing boards to Ekholm. Ekholm to Nugent Hopkins. His shot. That's blocked. Hit Edvinson. The puck along the boards inside the Detroit end. He'll come out. Soderblom. Right wing for Rasmussen. Across to Soderblom. That was too far for him. The right side was Hyman. Now to Nugent Hopkins. Went into his skates. It goes to Bouchard. We'll get it off the left wing boards and down the ice. It's going to be icing against the Oilers. 8:28 to go in the third. Tied at 2. Face off in the Oilers zone to the right of Stuart Skinner.
Big draw here for McDavid. He's at the end of his shift. And a guy that's really good in faceoffs, Larkin out there at 56% against Connor.
Well, he tried it once. Spin it around. It goes to the left wing point. Sherratt, left wing boards to Larkin. In behind the Edmonton net to the right. Out to the slot. The shot by Raymond. Great save by Skinner. In front of the net. Put just wide by Raymond. After Sherratt put it into the slot. Up the left wing. Nugent Hopkins. Hard off the boards. The Oilers will take an icing. So those guys have to stay out there. They've been out there for a while. Stuart Skinner with a couple of big saves.
This game's had some swings, hasn't it?
Yep. Yeah, all Oilers early. Lots of Detroit in the second. Here in the third, it has swung back and forth. Face off to the right of Skinner.
This McDavid line's definitely fatigued. They got to get off the ice here. They got to get a saw off on the draw and get the puck out. They lose another one.
Yep. Goes to the line. Sherratt to the middle. Snapshot. And that goes off of Larkin. Right corner. Larkin's got it to Sherratt. Now on the left to Raymond. In front of the net to Casper. And hit him in the skate. And the puck goes in behind the goal. McDavid up the left wing to Nugent Hopkins. He'll go high in the air and out with it. Oilers make quick changes here.
Almost wrong-footed Stuart Skinner there.
Up the right wing. Sider into the Oilers zone. Angle shot, glove saved by Skinner, and he holds on to it. 7:33 to go in the third, tied at 2. These two teams went to overtime October 27th in Detroit. Oilers won it 3-2.
Todd McLellan's going to be happy with his team's performance. They don't have Patrick Kane tonight. Okay? Yeah. They don't have JT Comper's their second-line center. So a first-line winger and a second-line center. They don't have Jeff Petrie who'd be in the lineup. And they've outplayed Edmonton in the last half of this game.
Puck gets between the defenseman and out. And shot into the Oilers zone. Stuart Skinner can set it behind the net. Rimmed by Nurse, right wing to Arvidsson. He will get it through the middle. It'll go all the way on the left to Draisaitl. Off the boards and in. Puck Colson in on the forecheck. Takes Edmonton to the end boards. Puck goes to Arvidsson to the right wing point now. Klingberg. Right wing to Draisaitl. Comes down that right side in front of the net off the stick of Lyon before Nurse could get his stick on it. Puck in the left wing corner. And up the boards is Draisaitl. Over to Nurse. His shot tipped on goal. Saved by Lyon. Arvidsson recovers on the right wing to Draisaitl. Draisaitl to the point to Klingberg. Rims it. It goes to Arvidsson, left wing corner. Arvidsson to the blue line to Nurse. Over to Klingberg. Down the right wing, drops it to Draisaitl. Skates across the top. A wrist shot. And that one kicked out by Lyon. Cleared by DeBrincat. It'll be wide of the Oiler net. It's icing against Detroit. 6:25 to go into third. Tied at 2. Now the Oilers with opportunity.
Yeah, excellent shift from Edmonton. Enrique's going to come out here with Janmark and Corey Perry. Good save by Lyon. Arvidsson got a stick on that one. Double deflection.
Face off to the right of Lyon. Enrique had it in his skates. It goes to the left wing corner. To Perry, now in behind the net. Perry to Jeff Skinner. Skinner behind the goal. To the left, somehow still has it. And could get a shot through. Johansson will rim. Puck cleared out. Tarasenko to DeBrincat. And at the Edmonton blue line, will just shoot it in. It'll roll right to Stuart Skinner. He had to cover it. Rasmussen and Berggren were both right there. We're going to take a break. We got 5:59 to go here in the third. Oilers and Red Wings all tied at 2. From Rogers Place, it's Ford Dealers, NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Hey, Paul Brandt here. As a musician, I'm drawn to the sounds of this great province. Whether it's the wind blowing down the Rockies, the rustling of grass across the prairie, or the sweet sound of a Ford Super Duty, it's all music to my ears. Speaking of Super Duty, with heavy-duty performance that's built for getting the job done right, it's no wonder this truck has Albertans singing its praises. The 2024 Ford Super Duty is available now at your Alberta Ford dealer. Just head on in today and tell them PB sent you.
Hockey season is back. And so are the deals at Boston Pizza. Cheer on your team while ordering off their game day menu, or come in and see what great promotions they have going on. At Boston Pizza, they always have something craveable for you to enjoy. Boston Pizza, proud partner of the Edmonton Oilers. Cheers to a great hockey season.
Stollery Children's Hospital Foundation Mighty Millions Lottery is here and mightier than ever. Win the $2.7 million grand prize, a luxury Burkle show home, plus $100,000. The Cadillac and Cayman Islands early bird prize, the Oilers and $75 grand bonus prize, includes lower bowl season tickets for next season, and the Porsche Cayenne VIP prize, or $125 grand. Don't wait. Last year's lottery sold out. Be mighty and support Stollery Kids. MightyMillionsLottery.com.
Listen on air, online, and on the Radio Player Canada app.
This is the Oilers Radio Network.
Oilers and Red Wings tied at 2. 5:59 to go in the third. Cam Moon along with Bob Stauffer. We're here at Rogers Place. Face off in the Oilers zone to the left of Stuart Skinner. Shots are 39-29 for Edmonton. Draisaitl takes the draw against Larkin. Draisaitl wins it. Puck goes to Kulak, high in the air and out. Sider to Casper into the Oiler end. Drills a shot on net. Stick save made by Stuart Skinner. Larkin's got it on the left wing. Put it off the referee's skate. Brown trying to get it out. Gets forced back. Over to Kulak. Up the boards, down the ice, and it'll be ice.
Offside. They're going to call it offside, I think. Don't think they're going to call it ice.
No?
Now they're having a discussion on it.
If they were going to call it offside, they wouldn't have blown the whistle, though. Would be my guess.
Yep, you're right.
But you're right. The Oilers were offside. They just hadn't touched it.
So now
it's offside and
big draw for Henrique. Larkin's he's taken a ton in this game for Detroit. Takes half their face.
Yes.
One guy.
Puck goes right to Nurse. Spin in behind the Edmonton net on the right. Goes to the right corner.
And Detroit peels back on a 1-2-2.
So then Nurse. Kulak off the left wing boards to Henrique. He's able to poke it into the left corner of the Detroit zone. Henrique gets after it. It's into his skates. It goes to the end boards. Out to Raymond. Lucas Raymond will get it high in the air and out to Larkin. Larkin comes into the Oiler end. He'll go in behind the net. Taken off of it by Kulak.
Cam, Larkin's been the best player on the ice in this game.
Kulak off the right wing boards and out. Goes past Edmondson. Won't be icing. Up the right wing now. Near the top of the circle, and Brown couldn't quite hold it in, brought it in. That's offside against the Oilers. 4:43 to go in the third, tied at 2.
You know, and sometimes with Detroit, we had 3 people from the Red Wings organization here. Ken Hall, they're the second best record in the Western Conference during his 5 years as GM of the Oilers, and then Tyler Wright and Archie Henderson. I thought sometimes that some of the Larkin love was a little much. I mean, he's a 30-goal scorer, but in this game tonight, he's been terrific.
Edmondson at center to DeBrincat. Softly played it into the Oiler end and up the right wing. McDavid will get it out to Nugent Hopkins. He'll shoot the puck so it comes around to the right wing to McDavid. To the right wing point to Bouchard. He'll take a shot and it's blocked. Edmondson will clear it. Bouchard at the Edmonton blue line. Back into his own end a bit. Now up through center on the left wing to Nugent Hopkins. Will pass it in front of the net. He was trying to get that through to Hyman. It goes off a stick. McDavid to the blue line. It goes to Bouchard. Right wing to McDavid to Bouchard. The shot that's saved by Lyon. He held on to it. As Bouchard and McDavid went back and forth till Evan Bouchard drilled a one-timer on net.
And unfortunately, by the time Bouchard shot the puck, Hyman had been pivoted out of in front of the net. Couldn't get a stick on the attempt on the deflection.
4 minutes to go in the third. Tied at 2, the Oilers and the Red Wings. Start of the road trip for Detroit. They'll go to Calgary, Vancouver, and Seattle on this swing. Face off to the right of Lyon. Sider up the right wing boards. Nobody to give it to. Flips it out. Nurse to Arvidsson on the right wing. Now to Draisaitl into the Detroit zone off the right wing boards. Sider will get it out. Soderblom across to Berggren. Berggren will dump it in. So behind the Edmonton net, Klingberg, left wing corner. To Perry all the way around to Arvidsson. Oh, he'll take a hit. Puck by Sherratt. The puck sent into the Oilers zone. That's icing against Detroit. There were 3:27 to go here in the third period. Oilers in a tight battle here with Detroit.
Well, Detroit's worked hard.
Yep. Face off to the right of Lyon. Draisaitl, McDavid, and Perry out there at Bouchard and Ekholm. Puck goes to McDavid, now to Ekholm, left wing point. Over to Bouchard on the right. Down the left wing to Draisaitl. Brings it up to the blue line. Gives it to Bouchard. Bouchard through the middle. It goes off a stick, and it was kept out by Lyon. Puck rimmed on the right wing. It'll be icing against Detroit.
We'll mention Frank Cervalli, as you know, joins me every Monday and Friday in Oilers Now, is reporting still awaiting completion of the deal, but shapes up to be to Calgary, Joel Farabee and Morgan Frost, to the Flyers, Jacob Pelche, Andrei Kuzmenko, a second and a seventh. Three former first-rounders going in that deal.
Seider turning in the right corner in his own end. Around the boards, off the skate of Ekholm, kept in to Draisaitl. Over to Bouchard, the shot! Oh, off the arm of Lyon and batted out of the air by Seider. Puck back to the line. Draisaitl to the right wing side, top of the circle. Now to McDavid. Tied at 2 here in the third. 2:40 to go in the third period. Draisaitl with it on the right wing. To the point to Bouchard. Bouchard to Draisaitl, skating towards the net, down the right wing. He'll center that, goes right through the slot, all the way to the left wing point. Bouchard to Draisaitl, cross ice to McDavid, to Bouchard, shot that one. Drilled Seider and knocked the steel out of his skate. And the puck cleared out. Seider gets to the bench with some assistance from Sherrod. Bouchard, long pass to Janmark into the Detroit zone. Coming up to 2 minutes to go in the third. Tied at 2, the Oilers and the Red Wings. Podkolzin to the point. To Nurse, hopped over his stick. Oilers have to vacate. Nurse back into the Oiler end. Across to Kulak. Kulak through the middle. It goes all the way down the left wing, and now it's Podkolzin into the left wing corner. Takes a hit. Larkin set up the boards to Casper. Over to Raymond. We'll get it out. Glove down by Nurse. Right wing to Janmark. Janmark at center, then cuts to the middle. Takes it in over the line. Unable to get it to the net. Edmondson will bounce it out. Klingberg has it just inside. The Edmonton blue line will actually take his time. Oilers will change up the forwards. Over to Matthias Ekholm, up the left wing to Nugent Hopkins. His shot, and that one goes just wide. Puck on the right wing. Jeff Skinner got it behind the net. Seider helps it around. It goes off the skate of Ekholm. It comes out last minute here in the third period. Oilers and Red Wings tied up at 1, or tied up at 2. Puck up the left wing. DeBrincat got it to center ice. Ekholm will flip it in. And it bounced towards the net. And it's Seider to the inboards. Jeff Skinner right on him. Ooh. Puck comes loose. Sherratt, right wing to Seider.
Oilers with a deep push here.
Nugent Hopkins had kept it in.
Not exactly playing one guy high, are they?
Nope. Klingberg goes across the line. It just comes out. 28 seconds to go in the third. Draisaitl bounces it in. Goes to the glove of Lyon. He holds on. 23 seconds to go here in the third. Tied at 2. Oilers and Red Wings.
43. We said they get the 44. Wow, Bouchard almost.
Oh, Seider just knocked that out of the air after it. Bouchard's shot hit Lyon's glove. Was probably going to hit the top of the net.
It's lucky that he didn't deflect it into his own net.
True.
Great hand-eye.
Face off to the right of Lyon. And the puck on the left wing. Draisaitl to the point to Nurse. On the right wing for McDavid. Got knocked down. Puck goes to Casper. He's able to get it out to Raymond. Flip it into the Oiler end. 10 seconds to go in the third period. Casper behind the net, stripped of it by Bouchard. Up the right wing boards, cleared out by McDavid. And the Edmonton Oilers and the Detroit Red Wings, just like they did in Detroit, are going to go to overtime. Tied at 2. Oilers and Red Wings. We'll be right back from Rogers Place. It's Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
kicking off the new year with incredible savings. Save up to $16,000 on remaining 2024 models with 0% financing and huge discounts. It's the perfect time to upgrade to a brand new vehicle. Freedom Ford is making room for 2025 models, so these deals won't last long. Visit Freedom Ford today and start the new year in style. Don't miss out. Drive into 2025 with unbeatable savings before it's too late.
All games, all seasons. You're listening to the Oilers Radio Network.
Here at Rogers Place, Cam Moon along with Bob Stauffer. We're heading to extra time. Oilers and Red Wings tied up at 2. Oilers are 7-3 in overtime this year. They haven't been to a shootout, so 7-3 overall. Red Wings are 3-5 in 3-on-3 overtime, 1-0 in a shootout, so 4-5 overall. Shots are 40. Well, they just took one off. 42-29 for Edmonton. Goaltenders have had to make some saves.
Well, we know who's coming out first. It's going to be Draisaitl, McDavid, and
Evan Bouchard.
Yes. Red face-offs been a big part of this game. Larkin's done a terrific job in the circle for the Red Wings.
He's out there now along with Raymond and Sherratt. Draisaitl had the game winner against Detroit October 27th.
20 and 12 on draws for Larkin. Leon's 10 and 13.
All right, we're ready to go. 3-on-3 overtime. Getting this thing started is difficult. Getting them lined up. All right, finally dropped, and the puck goes to Raymond. He'll bring it into the Oiler end. Raymond on the right wing to the right wing corner. McDavid in pursuit. They go in behind the net. It does come loose, and it goes to McDavid. His pass hit Raymond. Raymond's got it again. And give it to Sherratt as he is outside of the Oiler blue line. Now to Larkin, to Sherratt. He'll come in, he'll shoot it. Wow. A good save made by Skinner on a rising shot. It goes in behind the net. Larkin in front to Raymond, and he spun to the left corner to Sherratt. He didn't take the shot. He tried to pass it, and he fanned on it. McDavid couldn't get it out. Larkin keeps it in. He's got Raymond with him. His pass across, broken up by Bouchard, and he'll give it to Draisaitl. He'll come down the right wing, in over the line. Draisaitl waiting. The shot saved. Rebound just poked wide by Draisaitl. McDavid will one-hand it out of the zone.
Where's Boosh going?
Puck down the right wing, and Sider into the Oiler end. Goes in behind the net. Sider to the left, over to Casper. He's all alone. He shot, and it just goes off the pad of Skinner. And Bouchard now with control.
Bouchard needs a change here.
He will go off, leave the puck to Nugent Hopkins. We're in overtime. Nugent Hopkins, left wing to Hyman. Into the Detroit end, goes in behind the net to the right. Hyman for Ekholm. He'll go behind the goal. To the left side, up to the blue line. Now to Nugent Hopkins. Nugent Hopkins down the left wing. His shot off the pad of Lyon. Penalty coming up.
Interference against the Oilers. Detroit's going to get a power play.
Zach Hyman going to the box.
Yep.
We're a minute 40 into overtime. Yeah, Hyman got the stick in on DeBrincat.
Well, the Oilers were on the power play right as Detroit got back to even strength when Draisaitl scored 3-2 game. Now, the problem with this is Nugent Hopkins has been out here for a while.
Oiler penalty kill brought to you by Napa Auto Parts, proud partner of the Edmonton Oilers. So Nugent Hopkins, Emberson, and Ekholm. And the puck will go to the point, and Sider's got it. Left wing to Raymond, side of the net to DeBrincat. He's in the left corner, across to Larkin, has it on the right, couldn't get a pass back to DeBrincat. It goes behind the net. Larkin, left wing to Raymond. He's about top of the circle. Left wing corner to Brinkett, to Raymond, to Seider. Now on the right wing to Larkin. Larkin over to Seider. Seider on the left side to Raymond. Raymond to DeBrincat in front to Larkin. Good save made by Skinner. He covers it up. Larkin with the redirection, and Skinner stops it and holds on.
Henrique's going to need to win a draw here for the Oilers. They're going to keep the same four on the ice for Detroit. They're going to call a timeout. Todd's going to call a timeout here.
Keep those guys out there. Minute 21 to go in the penalty to Hyman. 2:41 to go here in overtime. As the Oilers try to push this thing to get it back to even terms as far as players on the ice. Larkin's been unbelievable in the face-off circle.
He's been the best player today.
Yeah, he's been very good.
He's been up for the challenge. I mean, you win a draw if you're Edmonton, and it's 20 seconds.
Yeah.
Nugent Hopkins has been sliding. He was up around 55.5%. He's down to 52.
Face-off to the right of Skinner. Just need him to be 1-for-1 on this one.
Yeah.
Puck goes to the point, and it's Raymond. Raymond walking down the right wing. A shot save made by Skinner. That hit the stick of Nurse and changed direction. That was a tough save. To make that stop and not have a rebound was challenging. That broke Nurse's stick.
Boy, they were lucky there, weren't they?
Yeah, they were. It broke Nurse's stick, too.
Because if there's any kind of rebound, it's a 4-on-2.
It's trouble. Face off to the left of Skinner. Tied at 2. We're in overtime. Oilers hosting the Red Wings here at Rogers Place. Nugent Hopkins wins it. Nurse off the left wing boards and down the ice. Raymond starts up through the middle. Into the Oiler end, across to DeBrincat on the left wing. Now over to Larkin, will walk in, he'll shoot it. And that one deflects off the stick of Nurse and out of play. Or Nugent Hopkins, one of the two. They both got their stick in there. 57 seconds left to go in the penalty to Hyman. Face off to the left of Skinner.
Different formation here for Edmonton. Ekholm directly behind Nugent Hopkins.
Kicked back by Larkin, but unable to keep it in was DeBrincat. So DeBrincat coming into the Oiler end on the right wing. Turns to the right wing boards, back to the blue line. On the right wing to the line, Seider. Left wing to Raymond. Comes across the top. Now down the right. Over to DeBrincat. Fired it through his skates. A bouncing puck. Emberson behind the net to Ekholm. Will get it around the boards and down the ice. Seider through the middle. 20 seconds to go in the penalty to Hyman. To DeBrincat into the Oiler end. To Seider left point. To Larkin. Now to Raymond on the right. He's going to lose it. And out with it is Henrique. He's got Nurse with him. 2-on-1. In over the line. The pass. The shot. Oh, it goes wide of the net. Down the right wing. Puck brought in by Larkin. He'll give it to DeBrincat. The backhand saved by Skinner. And the penalty's over. Detroit 0 for 3 with a man advantage. 1:15 to go in overtime. We're tied up at 2. What a chance for the Oilers, shorthanded though.
Now Edmonton can load up with David Draisaitl and Bouchard, and this time they're not going against Larkin in the face-off circle because he's given Detroit the puck a lot here all game.
Tarasenko and Sherratt out there for Detroit. Face-off in the Oilers zone. Go to Sherratt, down the left wing, lost it. Draisaitl gets it out. He'll give it to Bouchard, now to McDavid down the right wing. In over the line, over to Bouchard. Skipped over his stick, but he still has it up the left wing. Brings it up to the blue line. Last minute here in overtime to McDavid. He'll go to the net. A shot saved made by Lyon, and he covers it up as McDavid goes hard to the net. 53 seconds left to go in OT. Ended multiple times.
But if you're Edmonton, you'll take that you're still alive here after being down for a full 2 minutes.
Draisaitl wins the draw. Puck goes to Bouchard. Top of the circle, left wing, now to McDavid. McDavid to Draisaitl at the blue line. 45 seconds to go. Draisaitl's going to go towards the net. Forced over to the left wing boards by Kopp. Brings it back to the blue line to McDavid now. David to Draisaitl. Draisaitl, he's going to go to the net. The shot! Oh, the save by Lyon. He held on. Draisaitl went right up the pipe and got a good opportunity. Lyon made a nice save.
And now it's Larkin coming out. Got about a 25-second break there. Leon almost sifted that.
Yep.
7-hole. Edmonton's going to call a timeout.
That way they can keep McDavid, Draisaitl, and Bouchard out for the last 31 seconds. Draisaitl just sniffed that there was a little bit of a seam through the middle. And then he almost got it on the stick side of Lyon between his arm and his body. Awfully close. Shots are 6-4 in overtime for Detroit.
Dylan Larkin is 23 and 14 on faceoffs. He's taken 37 draws in this game. There's been 71 faceoffs. He's taken over half of them for the Red Wings. Draisaitl, by the way, for the Oilers is at 12 and 14. But David's 9 and 10.
Face off in the Detroit end to the right of Lyon. Puck goes to Raymond, and he's going to come out with it for Detroit down the right wing. Into the Oilers zone. Goes to the right wing corner. Over to the left. Taken to the boards by Bouchard, but now still has it. 19 seconds left. Bouchard steals it. He'll get it up the right wing. Oh, it goes into the Detroit bench. Otherwise, McDavid was going to go on a rush. 15 seconds left to go here in OT.
Just elevated the puck a little there.
Yeah.
Todd McLellan's going to go for some offense here. Sherratt comes off. On comes Seider.
Face off to the right of Skinner. Draisaitl to Bouchard. Oilers come out 2-on-1 to McDavid down the right wing and over the line. McDavid waiting, and now he'll spin, and it's knocked off his stick by Seider, and the puck comes out. And we're going to go to a shootout for the first time this season. The Edmonton Oilers will go to a shootout.
Connor's fighting the puck a bit, eh?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a chance that there's a little bit of a build-up there, but...
Yeah, they had a 2-on-1 break, but it didn't result in anything as we get the quick scrape of the ice. As the Oilers and the Red Wings are about to head to a shootout.
Well.
Stuart Skinner is 3-3 in shootouts in his career. Alex Lyons 1-2. All right.
I think you'll see DeBrincat shoot for sure for Detroit. And probably Raymond. And I would have Casper shoot. because he can rip it.
Detroit's only been in one this year. They won it. All right. Here we go. Oilers, Red Wings, the shootout to decide it.
McDavid to lead it off. No. He just fought the puck up the ice on what would have been a 2-on-1. Sometimes he likes to cut from his right to his left, freeze the goaltender. Let's see.
Okay, McDavid picks it up.
Left to the right.
He'll go to the left. He's coming back to the middle. He'll backhand it. Save made by Lyon. Lyon got the left pad. Okay.
Raymond's a tricky player.
Lucas Raymond to start things off for Detroit. And Raymond, the right-hand shot. He goes to the left. He'll bring to the middle. Shoots, scores. Goes glove side on Skinner.
Nugent Hopkins, as we know, loves to use that wrist snapshot from about 30 feet out, usually elevated.
Okay, Nugent Hopkins. Some pretty good speed. Now slows up a bit. Quick shot. He fanned on it. Never got a shot. Now the Oilers need a save to keep this going.
It would be somewhat appropriate for Detroit if Larkin finished this game off because he's been terrific.
So Dylan Larkin got his 22nd of the year in this one tonight. He picks it up and weaves right down the middle. He'll shoot, scores. And Detroit will win it 3-2 in a shootout. Come back from a 2-0 deficit in this game. Alex Lyon, solid at goal for the Red Wings. And Detroit starts off the road trip with a win. They have now won 4 in a row. And the Oilers' 3-game winning streak comes to a close.
Can't manage the puck the way Edmonton did in the second period, which has been a good period. Todd McClellan's got Detroit going the right way. And Alex Lyon helped steal this one at the end of the day. I mean, he made 44 saves in the hockey game. Most days you win that. Most nights you win that game. Didn't happen for the Oilers tonight. Some sloppy play in the second undermined them, and frankly, did not capitalize on the numerous opportunities that were there. I mean, even at the end of the game, 8 seconds left in the game, McDavid's got a 2-on-1 with Bouchard. Just shoot it, Connor. Like, you know, it's easy for me to say, but you know, they get the victory. And a little bit, I'll say this for Oilers fans, and you wonder a bit, all due respect to Detroit, you know, trap game a little bit for Edmonton. The Maple Leafs coming here on Saturday. The Oilers, the Leafs won. The Leafs beat them 4-3 in overtime earlier this season. Toronto's been struggling to score some goals. You know what? The Oilers are struggling to score some goals right now as well. They need some guys. They need some support scoring. I mean, Corey Perry's been there a bit. Skinner's had a couple on this homestand. He got one against Buffalo, one again tonight. They need some, you know, things happening for guys like Arvidsson that were brought in here to contribute offensively. So, but Alex Lyon, first star tonight. I mean, 44 saves, say no more. Leon, league-leading 36 goal.
Oilers had a 2-0 lead after the first period. Leon Draisaitl, Jeff Skinner score for Edmonton. Michael Rasmussen, Dylan Larkin. They tied it up after 2.
Larkin had 10 shots on goal in this game.
And won a ton of draws and got the shootout winner.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good night.
Yeah, he was the best player.
He was very good. No scoring in the third, no scoring in overtime. Oilers had to kill off a penalty in overtime. But at the end of the day, it was the Detroit Red Wings getting the extra point in the shootout. So Detroit, 4 straight wins. They're now 25-21-5. Edmonton 32-15-4. And the 3-game win streak comes to a close. 3-2 the final. Red Wings over the Oilers in a shootout. Our Rogers postgame show's coming up next.
Exclusive live interviews, expert analysis, and game highlights. This is the Rogers postgame show. Once again, here's Bob Stauffer on the Oilers Radio Network.
9:57 p.m. One notification. Sports Grid. Now, game end. Final scores. Redwings 2, Oilers 2. So.
Jeff Skinner! The loose puck at the side of the net. It's 2-0 Oilers.
There you go. That's as good as it got tonight for the Edmonton Oilers. The Century Casino Highlight Zone, all in, all games, all season. Century Casinos, 3 great locations. Edmonton, St. Albert, next to Edmonton International Airport at Century Mile. Welcome to the winner's zone. Oilers built up a 2-0 lead in the first, halfway through the first, but they couldn't get a third tonight. If they had, they would have won the game. Red Wings got 2 in the second to tie it. Now their team scored in the third. Red Wings had a power play in overtime. The Oilers did a good job killing it, but it was the gang that couldn't shoot straight when they had the chance offensively a bit in overtime, and the Red Wings win the skills competition 2-0. Raymond and Larkin goals for Detroit. McDavid and Arnage